Today I'm going to start give you a little walkthrough on dumping your tanks. I'm standing here with a 2007 Cheetah motorhome, one of the products we sell here at Pontiac RV. It has a lot of features to help you dump your tanks so you don't have any problems. We've had a lot of stories of different things happening, and you've seen it on TV, different things happening with it blowing out the roof and different things. I'll tell you a few things in a minute, but we'll go back and I'll show you how to dump this unit. I'll show you how it has a mulcher that aerates and grinds things, and it's a pretty unique feature that's involved in this motorhome. So we come on back here and I'll show you these things. I'm going to show you today how to dump your tanks. I know it's not a hard thing. A lot of people have had problems. Basically, on a basic camper such as a motorhome or a travel trailer, you'll hook your hose, you'll take this off, the lid off, you'll hook your hose on there, out the bottom it will go, or in some cases a trailer, it'll be underneath. You'll always pull the black first, and when that's finished dumping, holding onto the hose, you'll pull the gray second. That will tend to wash out your hose. Normally on most units that's good. Now, a lot of motorhomes have a couple other features. A lot of motorhomes have the tank flush. What the tank flush will do is there's a nozzle inside your black water tank. You've seen in that movie on TV with it blowing out the roof. What they did was, they'll hook, I've had people do this too, they'll hook onto their black water flush, their valve's closed, and out the top it goes when it fills the tank up. So what you want to make sure you do is, you have your hose hooked up, your tank is empty and the valve is open. Then you can hook up here with a water hose at the dump station, and it blows inside your black water tank. It does several things for you. Number one, it cleans your gauges. It cleans the sides of your tank so the gauges aren't falsifying. And why carry all that with you? It keeps your tanks clean. Now, one thing also, it doesn't mean you don't have to chemical. It doesn't mean that you don't have to keep liquid in your tanks like you should, but that helps you clean out. When you hook up to a motorhome, it'll always have a place to hook it up, and always have, some of them will have a separate one that says tank flush. So don't mistake this, as some people have done, as their hookup. Also, on this certain unit, it has another unique feature. It's called an emaciator. And what it will do is, it will take the raw sewage coming out of your black water tank. You'll take your cap off. You'll hook the hose from the emaciator up, making sure it's always tight. Always make sure your hose is tight. And then what it has is a hose that will take the knob off. This will go into a tank or into another system. Some places require this and have it where you can hook this up. It's called a SantaCon system. And when you turn it on, basically it's a grinder. It emaciates everything. All the waste coming out, the toilet paper, any foreign objects that are in there, and it grinds it up and makes it into, I guess you could say it purees it, but it makes it into a liquid which can be gone into a lot of other tanks. Now, some places will allow you to do that also. So it's really easy to set up. You hook it up, out you go, this goes in, and you turn it on while you're dumping your tanks. You also want to make sure, though, that when you're dumping your tanks, you get them empty. I have some people who travel a lot of distance with their tanks half full. You might as well dump at the dump station. And a lot of people don't get their valves shut. We've had a lot of problems telling them that they'll open their compartment and waste will be laying in there. Make sure you get your valves shut and seated real good. And beside that, it's a pretty clean way to do it. I mean, a lot of people carry rubber gloves, things like that, but if everything's hooked up right, your hose comes out, you have an elbow even on your end of your sewer hose so you don't have a floppy end, things should be relatively clean. You can see all the hookup in here. This has a winterizing system. Don't use this to hook up with your water. I've had people hook up this late at night. I've had people late at night hook up to this, and that makes a mess. And this is a place where you'd hook up on your pressure regulator.